The guest of honor.
It's more than just a speech. Sorry if it's a little bit long, guys. Not trying to bore you. Okay. 7? Hello. 7,670 days of wondering if I would be able to make it to this day. Today marks my 21st birthday, a journey that has been long awaited. Fellow friends and family, thank you for joining me in this special day. Turning 21 is one of those awkward times in our lives when you are torn between joy of past memories and excitement for the future. Should I look back on the greatest time I've had with everyone in this room, or instead focus on the next stage of this journey called life? I've waited impatiently for this moment, and now I just want to hit pause. I wanted to slow down and enjoy the last fleeting moments of being a child. After this day, my life will be altered forever. I entered this world on June 27, 1994, as an unwritten book eager to fill out its pages. It seems just like yesterday when I graduated from high school, reminiscing of throwing my cap in the air. As the months passed, I grew and learned not to allow external forces to define me. That's right, family and friends. My book of life would be written on my own terms and experiences. The friends and families sitting in this room today became new additions to some of the main characters in my book, broken down into different chapters. Most of you knew me as a spoiled child, as my parents would say, but I am fortunate to have learned little but key aspects in my development from all of you. And for that, I am forever grateful. Everyone here has provided me with a place to grow up and call a true home, for my mind, heart, and spirit. For the first subsection of my book, I would like to thank my grandfathers and my grandmothers. Why start from the oldest? It's simply because they provide the foundation of our family's core values: integrity, honesty, and humbleness. All of these values combined are what makes Akon or Alisasis. Even though I wasn't very close to my grandparents, I can tell they were inspiring because my parents' actions and behaviors reflect who they are. Legend says your actions reflect your parents, and I can confidently say that my grandparents are special according to the specific saying. Even though they aren't here with us physically, I know they are here with us spiritually, smiling at the accomplishments of their children. I'm still lucky that my grandmother from my mother's side is alive, and we'll see her in December of this year during Christmas. The next person in my book is someone I met during my teen years. He is always willing to help anyone out and is a person that truly represents what humanity should strive for. He is none other than Larry Levine. When you talk about one of your greatest influences, it is hard to figure out where to start. I can write more than one chapter about Larry, but I'll keep it short for the sake of time. Larry represents all the qualities of our family and more. Larry is not only my mentor, but our family's guardian. Our family's guardian angel that watches our back. I always think of Larry as part of our family because he represents integrity, honesty, and humbleness. Every time we have an event, I always remind my parents to invite Larry because he holds a special place in my heart. During my hardest times, I thought about one of the simplest concepts in terms of the norm of society. What is family all about? Is it those of whom we share our DNA, or the people in which we can depend and confide in? I concluded it ultimately depends on each and one of our situations. Yes, the woman who gave birth to you is biologically your mother, and the man who impregnated her is your father. But can you really call your biological relatives your family when they neglect or take advantage of you and spend time on things that are more appealing to them than caring and providing for their own blood? Unfortunately, there are many unlucky people in these circumstances who have to pick new families, people who they can trust, people who will stand by them and treat them as anyone deserves. Which goes against the saying, you can pick your friends, but you can't pick your family. But at the end of the day, family are the people who love you unconditionally and don't intentionally make you unhappy or feel unworthy. They are the people you can call at any time of the day and be confident in their ability to make time for you. These kind of people, they are your family. My mother has 7 sisters and 1 brother. On the other hand, my father has 3 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm confident, for God's sake, if anything happened to my parents, I can rely on either side. I am truly blessed because not a lot of people can say that. I love being close to my cousins, aunts, and uncles because it's true. Blood will always be thicker than water. At my lowest point, I transferred high schools and lived with my Uncle Ding, aka Fernando Natividad, who is standing right next to my dad right now. So I lived with him for a year and a half. At first glance, I thought it would be awkward living with a different family. Happily mistaken, my first glance was dead wrong. My aunt Tita Blanc took great care of me, and I slowly adjusted over time. I will never forget your awesome breakfast making skills and the small conversations we had if I came home early. Uncle Ding is one of the smartest people I know, except in time management. I look at Uncle Ding as my second father because he cared about my well-being and gave me some of the best advice I can use in life. Someone once told me sometimes you just need a person that tells you what you are doing and hopefully be able to open up to them. I feel confident to do that with my Uncle Ding, and this process helped me mature. Uncle Ding and my aunt have one son named Ryan, who was a freshman, who is in his freshman year of high school. My cousin, or better known as my second youngest brother, has impressed me with the person he is today. I am confident that he will make a positive impact in the future. My father's side of the family are compassionate people that possess a kind heart. They take care of one another similarly to a colony of bees. My father and his sister are very close, almost as if they are interconnected. If either one had a problem, they somehow get the sixth sense feeling and call the person that has a problem. It's rare to find strong family bonds like my dad's, and I'm grateful to be part of that. When I lived in Simi Valley, I had good memories with the Chin family. Thank you for inviting me for dinner every week. I really enjoyed the conversations I had with your family. I am amazed by how much Nikki has matured from a child and how much God blessed Kyle with explosive energy. I am grateful to have all of you that I can call family, so just in case I make a mistake in the future, I have something to fall back on. Next, I would like to thank my cousins from the East Coast coming to the Best Coast. The one week we spent with each other was fast, but I'm glad that you're here with me right now. We barely get to spend time with each other, and it made me realize how important family is as you get older. Thank you to my cousins living in California from my mother's side. We all grew up with each other, and I always enjoyed spending time with you all. I can't wait to see what the future holds for us. Ian, thank you for being there for the times Mom would beat me up. I couldn't have asked God to give me a better little brother. I know you are a good kid because I've witnessed your actions. I will be transferring schools soon, and when I do, I promise to be there with every step of the way during your middle to high school journey. The only thing I request of you is to take care of our mom and dad because when I leave because they are the best parents you can ask for. Don't take them for granted. As all of you know, my mother is Filipino and my father is Pakistani. Both are very different in terms of culture, but surprisingly, they all share one idea in common: the importance of family. If you don't know your roots, you can't know your culture. If you don't know your culture, a person can never appreciate their family bonds. Seeing two opposites of one side of one idea helps you come up with your own conclusions of what you feel is right. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for helping me being culturally diverse in this secluded world. It would be cliche to talk about how great my parents are because anyone can argue their parents are the best. For me, even though it's cliche, I can talk about my parents anytime because they have blessed me with a good life for my brother and me. I would take a bullet for my mom and dad because you sacrificed so much as a first generation in America. You have built a concrete foundation for your second generation, and I promise to make it even stronger. Being Muslim, I believe it is important to show the world who we are, and that is one of my missions in life. The only way to say thank you is when I transfer schools and promise to get the best education. Father and Mother, thank you for believing in me during my time of blissful ignorance. I know it was hard, but I promise to repay all your hard work. I always remember your motivational stories before I sleep, so it prepares me for the next day. Thank you for spoiling me with your love and compassion since 1994. I promise to spoil both of you as you get older. I am now ready to begin the next chapter of my book. my book will veer off from the outline I've created, and for therein lies the beauty of this journey. All of you have instilled me with tremendous fire, a passion for life, and a desire to make the world a better place to live. I owe it to all of you sitting here, plus God, that has allowed me to pursue my wildest dreams. On this day, I feel like I can do anything. In the words of the great Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. So everyone, let us commit to ourselves to the belief that we can accomplish anything. With this belief, all of our books are destined to be a bestseller. For as Mother Teresa said, be happy in the moment, that is enough. At this moment, I am in complete bliss. You are all part of my family, and it does not get better than that. God bless.